journey, but it's been a good one.
It's been a beautiful one.
Talk a little bit about that moment coming out of college, not sure about what was going to happen and how you navigated it, how you got your mind to a place that you were going to do what you've done.
Coming out of college, we always say it, like, not a bad career, not a good career. Great, I wasn't great. I was, to my standards, especially now, it's pretty average. Didn't get drafted, that was normal, but couldn't get overseas. And kind of put the onus on myself to work. But I got a little tryout in Israel. When I came back, they said, nice girl, but she's not ready. That could have shook me, but instead I said, obviously, I just need help. I still believed in myself. I needed something different. That's how I got in touch with you. And I mean, you was the one, when that confidence did waver, you was the one pushing me saying, no, you good enough. You really gonna do this. I leaned into what you said. I leaned into our work. And then, I mean, even that, you got me in touch with the first agent, so you got me overseas. You have to start somewhere. You just have to start. And even if it wavered over there where I'm like, is this real life? Like, this team doing this country here? Like, you was always my sounding board. And then once you kind of take all that stuff to heart, you can kind of do it yourself. You have that voice in your head saying, go kill.
The difference between you and a lot of players that I train, because I asked you, like, you train for a second. The way you look in training is not always the way you play. Mm-hmm. And so I started bringing in people and you were playing against them, and I was just like, you know what, you got some stuff. And that's when I finally asked you, what's the situation like? What happened in Israel? That's when you told me, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna get you something. I said, but look, if we do, you can't complain about the country, you can't complain about anything, you just gotta go kill. And you were just like, D, I promise you, you just get me in, I won't handle the rest. And I was like, all right, you know, because you hear it all the time, and then cats get over there on like the living situation. Yeah. Oh, you know, the team this. And I said, look, if team's paying and paying on time, and you're playing where you can get film, it's a perfect situation. I don't care what else is going on, it's a perfect situation. You went over and you killed everything moving. Throughout that process, was there still any moments that you had doubt? Am I ever gonna get to this level when you first started on those first 2 or 3 jobs?
I think that level wasn't even in my foresight at that point. It was one day at a time, one step at a time. It was more, get me to this place, I'll prove it. Get me to another place, I'll prove it. It was never like, I think like I can be WNBA, da-da-da. It wasn't that. It was like, just get me to that level, I'll prove it. Get me to that level, I'll prove it. And then when you start seeing them WNBA players trickle in, you see them high-level players trickle in, and you're still doing what you do, that's when you know. And that's where the proving comes, like, I dare you to send these girls at me. And that's where the confidence comes from. But confidence comes from work. I put in the work, I understood the concepts, I applied them. And the big thing early on that you realized about me that I was honest about is like maybe in like with team drills, I'm not gonna show the best. Yeah. Maybe I'm not gonna do your best in your shooting drill. That's not my strength. But I know how to play. You always said that. You were like, you know how to play. Yep. And like to hear that, then it takes away some of the doubts when maybe I'm not gonna shoot the best in my shooting drill. You think anybody on that team doesn't know I'm the best player? Not one. They're not worried about that shooting drill. So combining confidence, like finding a balance of knowing who you are, but always working for more.
So have you thought about to go to grad school? Like, I'm thinking about grad school, I'm so unsure about this, to first team All-EuroLeague, to leading EuroCup in scoring a few years ago, like one of the craziest seasons. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you were like 53, 44, 85 or something like that.
I was 50, 40, 90, sir. 50, 40, 90, sir.
90, all right. So can you imagine when you thought coming out of college at 43, 34, 66, your senior year, did you think like that was in me? Was it still that one day at a time? Did you think that was in you?
I think we opened a new mindset of possibilities when we not expanding my game, but open my mind basketball-wise. We're taught these certain things and they limit us. So then you believe like, I'm okay, I'm an okay shooter. But you don't realize like, no, I make shots. Like I make shots, I know how to do this. I know how to read this, I know how to make these passes. Like, I ain't know how to explode. I know how to do all this stuff on each level. And I think if you allow the vision of people who don't know you to hit your psyche, it'll affect your game. But I came to you and you could tell right away. And so I allowed what you say to affect my psyche. And I took it with me as I just kept going, because I never would have dreamed the Olympics. And you was the first one to say, you got to get a passport. And I'm sitting there like, bro, they don't give passports to guards. Like, it's not WNBA.
You need to get a passport.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, bro, it's impossible. And what happens? I get my passport. I'm an Olympian. I'm a European champion. I'm on the best team in Europe. I'm first team All-EuroLeague with the best players in the world.
Yep, everybody. Brianna Stewart's, everybody on that.
Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, Emma Mishman, Chelsea Gray.
Yeah.
And these are players, okay, they're my peers, but I love their games. You know, I'm a fan of basketball too. I love good basketball. I know how good they are. And that just reaffirms the work.
Was that moment, what was it like to go on stage to receive that first team All-EuroLeague? Like was it a, you know me, I'm a softy at certain stances. I get emotional about stuff. When I saw you play in the Olympics, you know, I just like, man, so proud of you. How does it feel within you? Was it an emotional moment? Was it when you got back to the hotel, you was just like, damn, this is...
It was a surreal moment, because you know, you get invited to these things and I'm like, oh, maybe I made second team. That's normal. And to be told, no, you're first team and you're with your peers, like that. Just the reaffirmation of that, the affirmation that you are the player you think you are. And at this age that, like, you really do this. Like, it was amazing. I called my mom, I called my dad. It was a blessing, like, yo, I'm really here. Like, this is what happened. My coach was there. Marina was there. Like, she was smiling. She was happy. And that lady don't smile like that. So, like, I just knew.
People rooting for you.
People rooting for you. Yeah. You know, when you do things the right way and you show love and spread love the way too, and, like, you always know who was there and who was in your corner and who believed when you didn't have the vision.
Yep.
Who saw more of you than you did. Like,
nah.
All my accomplishments, I think about that. I never think like, yo, it was just me. I think, I remember when no one else believed. I remember when I wanted to go to school. And I was like, maybe I'm supposed to go to school. I just think of those people that were there in each step. And
I was like, man, hell no. You ain't gonna go to no school.
I never forget that. I'll never forget that. And that's why we always locked in.
So, yeah, I didn't know. Love you, girl.
Love you, my guy.